Just a little quick thing for anyone that might still be here. I am getting ready, so please bear with me real quick. I will be starting in hopefully a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, I think we'll I'm ready to at least have my mic muted. So, it's been a while since I did one of these, so let's start this off right. Hey guys, this is Genetic Person here, back with another live stream, and today, we're actually not gonna do tenacity. I'm gonna just screw around with something called Jack. Now, it's actually, it's of course more stuff. Will I be publishing the code of this? Probably as a little tutorial, but I'm gonna call this Jack Playground. So, okay, now that we got the new folder, I'm gonna have to be writing a little CMake. Don't I got CMake up over this thing? I do. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so let me select this real quick. Alright. So, yeah, let's just get to it. Screw it. Alright. So, here we are. Actually, oh, no. One thing that I'm gonna actually just do real quick is I'm just gonna go ahead, maybe like modify this so. Alright, you cannot see my desktop icons anymore because that's important stuff. Okay, now we're actually up here with the stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and do stuff now. Yeah, this is just some basic stuff. I can't forget. I always keep forgetting if it's like version. Oh, yes, this is gonna be a basic CMake based project because I only know CMake. That's the only build system I know. Just call it Jack Playground. Yeah, that works. Okay, so basically, what Jack is, first off, I got its website up here. So, Jack's basically this cross-platform sound server that offers professional-grade audio, basically, or I'm gonna just read it off here. It's a professional sound server API and a pair of daemon implementation to provide real-time low-latency connections for both audio and MIDI data between applications. Now, I'm not gonna focus on the MIDI aspect of things, flat out. I'm not gonna work on MIDI. I'm just gonna work on sound, because I'm a sound person. So yeah, we're gonna basically take a look at Jack. Now, the main reason why I want to take a look at Jack is A, for fun, and B, because Jack actually, the way it works is a bit different. So I'm opening something called QJack control. Oh, I don't have it installed then. That's SQJack control. Let me explain. Because Jack isn't normally a regular sound server API. I mean, on Windows and Mac OS you might have a basic one, but so when you open up QJack control, well, I already have Jack running on my system, and probably via Pipewire, since I think Pipewire provides compatibility plugins with Jack. But let's go ahead and just take a look at this. Anyway, so if I go to the graph here, what the hell is going on? Okay, so basically what it is the way Jack works is you can basically connect all sorts of different, like, basically the way I see it is, like, you can connect different programs, like their inputs to each other's outputs and such. Like, say with OBS, what I can do is take OBS's outputs, and if I wanted to, if I really so choose, I can open up a program like Tenacity, for example. Though Tenacity's Jack support is probably honestly kind of trash right now, but I can select Jack, and I mean, if I say stop monitoring, so I hope you guys are not hearing anything, and that ultimately, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this is okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, I do apologize. That was a little whoops. Let me see which. Let me just do this. Okay, there we go. So I have to do something like this to kind of work around it. So this is Tenacity, and it's currently connected to my mic. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead, Control D that, which Control D in QJack controls graph, allows me to disconnect a connection. If I really wanted to, I can go ahead and take OBS's monitor output and connect it to Tenacity. So when I go ahead and start recording, basically you'll start to see, there you go. It'll record into Tenacity. I mean, never mind. You get the idea, though. It's a post. In an ideal world where Tenacity had better Jack support, it would record straight into Tenacity. But, well, that was from directly the mic output. But it should have been the same thing anyways. Yeah, that's the main problem with Tenacity. And also Audacity, because, well, Jack support for, its Jack support just sucks. Straight out. Well, yeah, I've actually been wanting to make my own little cross-platform audio I/O library, something like Port Audio, except it's gonna be much better when it comes to like abstracting things with Jack and even Pipewire, because I think there's actually I thought it was like QPW control or something like that. That was basically QJack control, but for Pipewire. Because Pipewire also offers like an advanced sound server. It offers advanced APIs as well. So, but anyways, that's enough of that. So, maybe let's take a look at the API, and let's try to get started. If need be, I can probably steal a CMake find module for Jack. But basically, what we're gonna do is, yeah, let's just go ahead. Not a new file, but let's create a new folder, source. Let's get this project going. But yeah, basically we're going to try to take a look at Jack, because I don't really know the API directly, and yeah. We're going to focus on Jack 2 though, because, well, that's the latest API, and I might as well start there. Let me just add a subdirectory source. But it does not contain, yeah, I know, CMake. So yeah, basically, the stuff that Tenacity does. Okay, then your sources. I mean, this is just the boring setup, so I mean, it's not much anything else. You set your sources. We all going to write this in C++. I can probably. No, Jack is C++ if I'm not mistaken. I thought, or is it C? No, Jack 2 I think is C++ because I think Jack used to be in C, for the original API, but then they re-implemented it in C++. I think. I mean, or am I like wrong about that? I mean, because I think there's like here's the difference. Yeah, let's take a look at the FAQ. Oh. Hello. I actually didn't expect you to come here. So, how you doing? Oh yeah, okay, awesome. Honestly did not expect you. Welcome to the stream, honestly. So, yeah, we're basically just kind of gonna mess around with Jack 2. Oh, I'm doing good, for the most part. More or less got recently done with finals. Some personal stuff I have to deal with also, and I also got my job to deal with, which, I actually got 2 jobs, and I want to disclaim, I'm not working by myself or anything. I'm not living by myself or such, but, you know. So, honestly, I have, like, well, I would have lost my train of thought, but yeah, so, yeah, let's just get to this, I guess. So, I mean, not much is going on too much, but there's some stuff. I mean, I do have some work this upcoming week, which, what's kind of nice is that it's actually dealing with, like, events, and I mean, like, both the jobs I work, actually regard events. I mean, the first one is just at an inflatables company. You set up like inflatables, you know, stuff like you'd maybe find at a carnival or something like that. The other one is actual like stage stuff, like, you know, stage tech stuff. And I actually did some of that in high school, so yeah. And actually, funny thing is that the way I got my second job was because actually my initial my first job, which I mean, I still work at both, of course, but I did an event where they also did the same event, 2 different things, of course. And then, like, a little afterwards, I'm like, I'm gonna just apply to other places, because why not? I'm bored. And that's, fast forward, I'm working there now, and so far, I think everyone's happy. I think both pay around the same, but one's closer to my home, that's all. The one thing that indeed, at least I am getting paid, but the one thing that I wish I did get paid for was, like, writing code, because I do love writing code. It's been a passion of mine since, like, a long time. And I also do want to just recognize that I am in this day and age, I'm kind of lucky to have a job in the first place, because I was, like, searching for jobs when I was 16, and I'm 19 now, but, like, I couldn't even get hired at a McDonald's if I really wanted to, honestly. So it's just... Anyways, though, but let's get situated. With that recompile. I mean, because okay, so real quick regarding this, this NetJack, I haven't heard of that before, but I honestly really don't know. Because here's the thing. If I go back to the API, this looks like it can maybe be the Jack 1 API. I have no idea, to be honest. What are the modules? Okay, because this feels like it'd be like a C API, you know. I mean, maybe it's just... Let me reread the FAQ real quick. Oh, wait a minute. To add multiprocessor support and to rewrite so it's just the internals in C++. So I mean, I guess it's still like, a C API, but just the internals of C++. Yeah, whatever. If it's the Jack 2 API, then I honestly don't care. We're gonna be This project would be written in C++. I'd love to one of these days figure out Rust. I just haven't been able to. Well, I have kind of figured it out. I just haven't, for some reason, done anything with it. However, though, I do also would like, I don't know. Anyways, but, like, the thing is, so, let's see. Okay, jack control setup signal. Okay. Jack server. Oh, okay. This is probably the entry because first off, what I understand right now is you need to create a server, much like how we should create the main.cpp file. I'm gonna just start with this. You don't need that with return 0 technically. I don't care. Okay, now if I say, oh, actually, let's do a little quick test to ensure that I actually know what I'm doing with CMake. You know, that works fine. It's functional. I don't care about appearance. Standard IO.h. No, it should have been IOStream because this is C++. There's no really point in using C++ if all you're just gonna do is like write a C program effectively. No work to do. Oh, because I didn't add the target. Okay. I don't care about a Win32 executable. This thing is just mainly I can't recall. I'm trying to do this from memory, honestly, but oh, and then yeah, we'll just we'll just do this, and it works. Okay, yeah. I mean, you got your basic hello world program ish, so we know that that works. Actually, we probably will need IOStream, so let's just go ahead and continue. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I mean, as long as if it be also functional, you know. Although definitely, like, one of the things I also do kind of have to say is just make sure, like, balance maintainability, I guess, with functionalism or something. That's probably a word salad, but like, don't try to kill yourself with something that's extremely complex. You know, don't try to kill yourself with extremely complex code. Like, you know, kind of make it easy to understand, at least, is what I'd say. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you want me to explain, you know. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I also don't know how I can also all remember that either. I mean, I'm just trying to like go from memory, and I don't know. I just kind of feel like, honestly, I kind of feel like a little pressure. Like if I'm kind of, I guess, challenging myself not to use a reference. Not only because, well, I'm not really because I want to try to challenge myself, but because I kind of feel a little pressure because, oh, I'm coding in public, technically speaking. But I mean, oh well, this is just supposed to be a fun little live stream. So, all right, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, on device equip. Ooh, okay. So, those are optional callbacks. Okay, that's good. I mean, continue being silly too. Alright, I also need to let me try to also, so I can try to respond to chats quicker, maybe move it to like here or something, because I wish I had like a bit of, well, I can make a multi-monitor setup, because I have a secondary monitor, and I can probably use DVI with that, maybe, get myself a DVI cable or something, but the problem, honestly, it could work maybe. My Oh wait, okay, now there it goes. Okay. Now we're working. Actually, it was not you. Wait, what is? Okay, now the stream's lagging on my phone. No, it wasn't you though. It was actually me because I guess I knocked a cable loose or something. So now it works again. Trusty blue snowball mic. I got it because I wanted to really push this YouTube channel forward back when I was 13 when I created it, and well, that never really happened. But it's still very useful for other things. Okay, so I guess what you have to do first is you gotta create a server. And you can optionally, you know, on device acquire, I guess, like, hey, we acquired a device, like, maybe, I don't know. Interestingly, oh, wait. Maybe there's also a page first, like, let's actually be the main page first, actually, before, I mean, honestly, most of the things that, oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, that's very much understandable. I mean, I'd probably also do something similar too, to be honest. Anyways, okay, so here's what we do. It has been hard, if not impossible, to write audio apps that can share data with each other. I mean, you know what I also want to do next first is... Jack is the first thing that I want to try to, like, at least get the hang of or try to experiment with. Next up, you know what's next up? Pipewire. And then eventually Wasabi on Windows, but that's going to be like the very last thing. But Pipewire is going to be up next. Not in this stream, eventually, because I do want to learn Pipewire, Jack, and Wasabi. Sometimes our mind is a little slow. But yeah, we got some audio things that we're going to learn. So, okay, for programmers with experience of several other audio APIs, such as port audio. Oh, okay. Jack presents a familiar model. Your program provides a callback. Wait, isn't technically port audio a backend of Jack? I find that a little interesting because, you know, Jack is a backend for port audio, but if it's also a backend for, like, Jack... Tenacity went. Soon. Maybe. We're eventually gonna then learn Tenacity too. I'm kidding. No, I mean, I also have done live streams where I just work on things with Tenacity, especially during the Weebase. I just haven't done it as of recent. But actually, yeah, you did uncover my master plan. I actually do want to... This is all for Tenacity. Albeit indirectly. Oh, and I suppose we can learn... we can try to figure out ASIO next, because that recently was made open source. But it's also on Windows, though. But I can't actually open... I can't get audio in a virtual machine, but for some reason, I mean, I can't get networks in the virtual machines I have either, so I have to figure that out. Oh, VST. Nice. Anyways, your callback can send and receive data as well as do other signal processing tasks. You're not responsible for managing audio interfaces or threading, and there is no format negotiation. It's all... Okay, so Jack is strictly all 32-bit floating point values. Do we want to try to mess with the floating point bits? Maybe not. Well, no, that's thinking too far ahead. I don't really care, honestly, about the format. Okay, for those, with experiences rooted in the Unix world, presents a somewhat unfamiliar API. Most Unix APIs are based on the read-write model spawned by the everything's a file abstract. Well, does that really concern me? I don't know. Okay, the problem, it fails to take the real-time nature of audio interfaces into account, or more precisely, it fails to force, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's very simple. You just basically open the client, register ports to enable data to be moved back and forth, registering a process callback, and then telling Jack, hey, we're ready to start processing data. I assume, off the bat, that, well, we gotta first off somehow create, well, okay, and typically, calling Jack client open to connect to the Jack, so, okay, you basically connect to the server, okay, and then when you, like, register ports and then register a callback, well, the callback, I mean, should be pretty simple. The ports would be, I'm not sure how to describe that, but I can just kind of visualize it, you know, I mean, there's like, hey, or like, I mean, I guess you can have maybe input and output ports. Oh. That's all that's needed. Demonstrates that a complete simple jack client copies the signal vibrant from the input. It's basically just passing input as output, and then how to write. Okay, that one's within the jack. So, okay, so we present them broken to creating and manipulating clients. This basic program, I guess we're gonna try to create some. I guess we can try to create a basic sine wave or something like that. I guess let's definitely take a look at this. So opens a client session with the jack sub. Oh, wait a minute. But then there was also like jack server create too. Oh, that's okay. Creating manipulating clients. Oh, so I mean, it's deprecated. Don't use it. Okay, so I guess you just open. In that case, first off, back to this thing. Find package jack required. I'm just trying things right now. Oh, I misspelled it. And it's not even. That's not it. Okay. Jack 2 required. Jack? Okay, how does Tenacity do it? I think if I'm not mistaken, Tenacity kind of does search for Jack? Well, I suppose I could just take that from port audio maybe, but well, actually no, wait. Is it a find Jack CMake module? And if so, what is it? Ah, so this is, but I also assume... Is it... No, because I don't think Tenacity actually uses, I might steal this. Depends. Whatever. I mean, that's basically how I do things. Find package, I guess, Jack. Yeah, I'm gonna just copy this actually. New folder, CMake modules. I mean, I think this is probably MIT license if I'm not mistaken. But otherwise, I mean, I can license all this under MIT as well. Find Jack. Ack. Rename. Because, I mean, it's a bit of a hit or miss, honestly, with, like, CMake. Like, if find package works with it. And if not, okay, it doesn't. Okay, just do Jack. Oh, wait. Set CMake. I think it's module path? Yeah. Okay, so CMake modules. That's not how you spell it. If I'm not mistaken. I gotta do a little setup first. This is where I hit the little reference. Represented using forward slashes. I mean, that would make sense. List, append, CMake module, pass CMake modules, find package. Is it all caps? Is it case sensitive? Jack 2 maybe? I have no idea. How in the heck does it work? Oh. Oh, I don't really need to do that anyways. CMake modules, find Jack. CMake. Okay, can I just do Jack? Oh, wait. Am I even doing this right? I don't think I'm doing it right, honestly. I mean, even I'd be having troubles like this. Oh, wait, no, I then assume because it's like... Well, it's literally right there in CMake modules. That actually would probably make a lot. What is it? Oh, I need to find projects. Okay, turns out I am going to be copying all this. Find package handle standard dogs. New file. Find. I mean, this should be fine. If people do this with Tenacity, and then, well, it's all open source, and I will not make any kind of judgment or whatever. So let's try it again. Okay, could not find Jack. Oh, P threads available. Why cannot we find P threads? I mean, do I need to? I should not need to install it. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, wait. I mean, PyBar in theory should, yes, most definitely. Except, here's the thing with this, actually, for some, wait, what the fuck? Pardon my, language, but. Because, well, honestly, that should be okay. I can always reinstall PyBar Jack later. Except, the thing is, though, I mean, watch it probably not fix the issue. Yeah, I mean, let's actually just do... That's how you get, Flatpak... Oh, I mean, Jack support in Tenacity, at least without Flatpak, if I'm not mistaken. Is there a develop package? I mean, I'm on Arch Linux, so I think it should all just be one. I mean, the one thing I kind of... well, I mean, it's missing... Okay, P-threads available ain't the thing, well... I mean, we're supposed to be working on blending Jack, and we're now just trying to figure out why this isn't working. Oh, findjack.cmake, so that's not the issue. Line 50-something, and that's going to be... P-threads available. I have not really written a CMake find module, honestly. So please bear with me here. Oh, find threads. Okay, so set it to false. Well, let me actually take a look at this real quick. Probably should have done this before stream, but well, you know what? Let's all learn something together. Why not? So we got required vars. Okay. Oh, default message. And then required variable. So, okay, so I guess we need all these. Wait, if I could just. Wait. This is a nice little feature if I can, like. This is a nice little feature. Okay, so why doesn't this. Because this is a nice little CMake debugger. Honestly. Actually, I got a better idea. There we go. I mean, this isn't supposed to... Oh, it's already done. Okay, so, well, yeah, there we go. Just comment it out. No, but honestly, it's really fine. I mean, we're just kind of trying to learn how this Jack theme works, so not so much CMake. Though that is nice to know, kind of, to see how it works. Okay, tab garbage collection. Okay, that has been completed. Okay, now it's actually been completed. Or, yeah, it's fine. Anyways. Okay, so we can open a client. Oh, okay, of at most Jack client name size. Okay, so it returns how many, like, the max or maximum numbers, you know. That is going to be useful. If it don't work, just comment it out. Anyways. So, honestly, I'm not going to really bother trying to check the Jack client's name size. Because I'm just going to hard code it into the program. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's a demo anyway, so. Alright. Oh, wait. Is it Jack? I assume it's just probably going to be like. Jack.h or something like that. No? Hey! Okay. And I am telling you, real quick, I am not, hashtag not sponsored, but dude. Oh, this, speaking of it, well, that's not related. Restart. Okay. Yay! I don't care about not connecting to Discord. No, but what you do, if you take VS Codium and then you can use Microsoft CMake tools, but definitely use ClayD. Why do I need to restart it again? Oh, okay, well, you definitely want to use some ClayD. This actually works out the box, unlike Microsoft's own C++ extensions. I've just never been able to figure out. I've just been lazy in figuring out how to get it to work, honestly, but this just works perfect. Just perfect, in my opinion. Alright, so client equals Jack. Oh, nice. Okay, client open demo client. We're going to call it demo client. So if clients equal, if the client is null, we're just going to go ahead, just write a little message. Failed to open clients. Turn 1. Oh, and then I assume like Jack client. It's gotta be, yeah, Jack client close. Disconnects an external client from Jack. Close the client. Int okay equals Jack client close client. If it's not equal to 0. Is if clients. There's no point in, if in the case the client fails to open. Also, let's do a little thing. Sleep for 10 seconds, and I'm gonna just go ahead do this. Yeah, so then basically fail to close clients. Instead of end line, wait, why is this? Requires at least 3 arguments. Oh, because okay, wait, because I think what you do need, you need options here. Okay, what are the options? Oh, what the hell? Wait a minute. Okay, open an external Jack client session with a Jack server. The interface is more complex but more powerful than Jack client. New with it clients may choose several which of several servers to. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I didn't realize you could have multiple sound servers with Jack. If that's the case. Interesting. Okay. And control whether and how to start the server automatically if it was not already running. Generate. Well, we're not going to generate a unique client name. We're just going to go ahead. Modify this if needed. Options. Jack option bits. Only the Jack open options bits are allowed. Well, let's take a look. Jack options T. It's either session ID, server name, no start server, use exact name. Pass the session ID token to allow the session manager to identify the client again. Can I just set it to 0 then, maybe? Oh, and status. If non-null and address for Jack to return information, basically Jack status. Honestly, let's just I'm gonna do null pointer because C++. But yeah, see you, man. Nice talking with you too. Okay. So let's see. What do you mean I can't convert? Wait, what? please work. Yay! Okay. I don't know how long I was out with audio. I am so sorry, but Jesus. Okay. I should have just figured out this entire situation beforehand. My bad. I'm just so sorry. Okay. This program we got written up. What this program will do is it'll open, it'll connect to the server. And this client is going to be called demo client. We want to use the exact name so it doesn't have to generate a unique name. Honestly, it could probably be 0 or something. And we don't have any status variable. We may want to have a status variable, but we'll introduce that maybe a little later if needed. Then we're going to sleep for 10 seconds, close the client if the client's okay, and then boom, there we're good to go. Cue jack control, and yeah, okay, we are good to go. Please do not terminate. But here's this. Okay, let's go ahead and run it. Oh, why? Oh, I am stupid. Just do private. Okay, so where's a demo client? I don't see the demo client. Let's run it again. Take a look at the graph. Because it should... Oh, well, you know what? I mean... I don't even necessarily know if I see the demo client. Because, like, the whole deal is that, I mean... It's clearly doing its thing. It's just... We don't create any ports. So that could probably just be the reason why. So, you know what? Would it show up in the patch bay, maybe? I mean, we can take a look at the client, maybe. So, let's do it again. I might need like 20 seconds. Run it again. Refresh. Okay, well, it doesn't seem to want to show up in the client list. So it is succeeding though. So I don't really think. Okay, but let's take a look at. Okay. Okay, Jack session ID. The session ID real quick again is. Session ID, pass the session ID token. This allows the session manager to identify the client again. Nice. Is there anything for like a token or something like that? Data structures, I guess it can be Jack client T that we can, or like related pages, no modules. Get UUID for client name. Get client name by UUID. Then an internal client, which that's for an internal client though. So we don't want to do an internal client, I don't think. Okay. What I'm gonna... Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, so we created the client, so we have a client up and going, and what we're gonna do is, so the client's up and going. What we can do then, okay, so we open the client, that works. Okay, Jack activate, that is ready to start processing audio. Does that actually, I don't think it actually starts anything though. Does it? Because like, or setting client callbacks is set client registration callback, set process callback, process callback would never. Oh, okay. So that's basically where you set your callback for, you know, like, hey, we got audio data. Here's some audio data. Here's some audio data. Here's some audio data. Like, that's basically, you know, that's basically what's, I guess, going to be running on your audio thread or something like that, from what I understand. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely got some nice events. I mean, no, because port audio is, I'm used to working with port audio and just, you don't really got any of that. Just your standard audio callback, you know, but that looks nice. Okay, client functions, okay. So, we don't want to activate it, though. Create a port. Create 2 ports, 1 input port and 1 output ports. Output. What am I doing? Okay. So we create and manipulate callbacks. Non-callback API, metadata API. But like, what about, okay, creating and manipulating ports. We can register a port, so create a new port for the client. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna create an input and output port. So we're just gonna go ahead, T input port, output port. Well, actually no. Equals jack port register with the client input 1. Yeah, just call it input 1. And then we're basically gonna do your port type, port type name. Okay, port name, non-empty short name for the new port, not included, must be unique. Port type name. Again, I'm not gonna check it because I'm just gonna, hope that, hey, this is totally under the name, right? Because it's just gonna be hard-coded. So basically, any port flags, the port flags is input. So, but okay, so but the port type, so input 1, and then I guess that's just, I guess, some short name like that. I guess, I don't know. Not including the leading, must be unique. Otherwise, it is ignored. Oh, wait. Each port has a short name. The port's full name contains the name of the client concatenated with a colon. Oh, followed by a short name. But then, okay, so all ports have a type which may be non-null and non-zero length string. Oh. Well, you know what? I mean, so basically, input, just do input 1. Just use the default audio type. And then basically just do like 0 for, for the flags. Jack port is physical. Oh. This is gonna just correspond as an input port. Buffer size is 0. Because it is a built-in port type. It's just gonna be an audio port, basically. So there we go. If not input port, go ahead, standard Sierra, failed to create input port. And then return 2. Close the input and output ports. So then jack port unregister, jack client T, jack port T. If input port, if the input port is good, just go ahead, take this, case. Okay, so we got the input port. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how exactly this is gonna work. When does it show up in the QJack control graph, actually? I'm just curious. Well, let's see. Did we do it right? Doesn't really seem to show up in the graph. Well, I mean, when do you need it active? When does it actually, like, I guess, it should automatically be connected to the server or something. I mean, and then we should be able to see it, you know. I mean, I don't think it matters if, the packages shouldn't matter anyways, because Pipewire Jack should still work. Close the client. I mean, because they're not activated yet, but I mean, take a look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Let me actually do this. So, what if, say, we go ahead and do that. I still don't see it, so... Nothing there yet, I don't think. I mean... There's like, okay... number of connections to or from the port. Nice. Jack port name. Modules looking at ports handling time. Creating and manipulating ports. Managing determining latency. Session API for clients. I mean, session callback. Oh, nice. New session manager. Nice. I do recognize him. Or them, I mean. I have recognized that contributor. I do apologize if I get pronouns wrong, because, yeah, I mean, hopefully it's not too much of a big deal. My apologies. But I don't know. But regardless, that contributor, I think it's safe to say, like, they are basically the god of Linux audio, if I'm not mistaken, so respect. Okay, so, where were we? Whenever I try to figure something out, I just, like, just go in all sorts of things. API for session manager, creating and managing client, what? Oh, you can, okay, real-time priority, okay, real-time priority, nice, okay, creating and manipulating ports, managing determining latency and looking up ports, handling time, controlling error, information output, sending client callbacks, controlling. Okay, well, it's manipulating ports. Do you have to actually, like, does activate actually try to, like, here's the thing, like, when you set a client callback, I mean, saying client callbacks. Okay, so I mean, there's Jack client activate. So Jack client activate, or because I think what we need to do is Jack. Oh no! Oh no! Is Jack activate? Is it Jack client activate? No matches. Okay. Oh, that's deactivate. Well, tell the Jack server that the program is ready to start processing audio. Let's try to do something like that then. Activate the client. Alright, fail to activate the client. Alright, so, alright, 1 second real quick. Okay, I want to see something with OBS here real quick. Nice. Okay, we're back. I had initially... Okay, so we failed to activate the client. Uh-oh. Let's see. Why am I tempted to use go-to? That should be okay. Clean up. Go to clean up. Why is this? Jump bypasses variable initialization. Cannot jump from this go-to statement to its label. Well, I mean, the whole intent is that, you know, oh well. Okay, so, I mean, I guess what we can do, though, it's okay. There we go. Just to kind of make this a little, I guess, simpler. Go to clean up. that's gonna be cleanup. Okay, so yeah, go-to is not really my biggest entire fan, but you know what, this works. Okay, so we're gonna activate the client. Hey, there it is. Awesome. Okay, we got it. Okay, so that is why, because you need to activate the client first. Okay, and it disappeared. Oh, wait a minute. Do we even need to do we need to deactivate the client? It shouldn't really matter though, should it? Jack deactivate. Also disconnect all ports belonging to it, since inactive clients have no port connections. I mean, I assume maybe Jack client okay, so yeah, that's the entire thing. Why? Okay, so we're gonna create another port, Jack port T output port, Jack port register client output 1, Jack default audio type, Jack port flags, or Jack port is output and 0. Okay, there we go. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, so basically got the input and output port. Okay, Jack activated. Okay, so now when we go and run the client, now we're gonna have our input and output ports. So there we go. Awesome. Okay. And the whole deal is, if not output port, wait, I don't know why I closed the graph. Okay, yeah, so there we go. Yeah, well, that does about do it. So I mean, this is pretty simple, honestly. I mean, so far. I mean, this is just only simple usage, and we haven't gotten to any of the callback stuff yet. So at this point now, setup. We got to create a callback. And what this callback will do is, I suppose what we can maybe do is, honestly, I'm trying to figure out exactly what, okay, so yeah, we definitely need to have like a little, we need to manipulate some callbacks. So, non-callback API setting client callbacks, because there are quite a few callbacks we can call. I guess, I mean, there's a port registration callback, client registration callback, but then there's also like, I think it should be Jack set process callback, I think, because then that means that's basically your audio callback. Prototype for the client supplied function that is called by the engine anytime there's work to be done. End frames should equal the buffer size, which, well, actually, okay, so then we're gonna do 0 and success, non-zero and error. So int, I mean, I suppose what we can do is just probably like why dump it to a file, I guess, except, well, no, you don't necessarily want to, well, actually, no, what, I guess you can kind of do some threads, but, I mean, so far, so good. Let's do, int client callback, jack and frames t, and frames, arguments, end frames should be a power of 2, I suppose, then a number of frames to process, and then a pointed, it's basically, you know, user data. It's like port audio is like, I guess, you know, user supply data. So first off, return 0. You don't do standard IO because that can, I guess, can't do standard C out because, I mean, that could potentially block. Well, I guess it can be a little client callback. So, do you suppose, like, maybe what we can do is, this is kind of where my laziness gets to me. I suppose what we can do is kind of, you connect it to a port. I mean, give it a few seconds. Like, it'll show up in the client. It'll show up in the graph. Then we can, like, I guess, connect it to some input port. And then after connecting it to some input port, then what we can do is, we'll connect some things output port. I guess what we can do is I can maybe connect one of OBS's things, like a monitor or something. It's just gonna be one, and I assume it can be like, I guess, a monitor, like one of the mono things. And then once there's that, I mean, then we would just go ahead, and then there you go. Though, I mean, for right now, I think we're at a good stopping point. Oh, whoops, there goes my phone. How long have I been keeping this stream up for? Let's see. Okay, so like a good, like, definitely over now. So, I think I'll definitely continue this, sometime, later. And, yeah, stay tuned for maybe the next live stream where I go ahead and, we go over, audio data. And let me see what I want to exactly figure out. Maybe, I suppose, if there's, like, some, you know, I guess, encoder or decoder that can work in real time or something like that. Then we can write it to a file, or if I could decide, okay, I'm gonna try to, like, manage this with threads or something like that, and then, like, you know, on that thread we just kind of dump the raw audio data or something like that. Maybe that's what we can do. Honestly, not sure. But, you know, it's something we can give it a shot. At least it can be written to a temporary file, and then once playback is stopped, you know, then there you go. Or honestly, actually, I could probably expand it into like a basic audio recording program, I guess. That, you know, you connect it to an input and then you connect it to an output. Well, I mean, you know, you need to use QJack control because this is not going to feature that control, unfortunately. But it's maybe something we can do. But anyways, for those that came by watching the stream, I just want to thank you for watching the stream. Stay tuned for the next one, whenever that might be. I don't really have a consistent schedule, and yeah.